Hey guys, good morning to a beautiful Saturday morning. It's a day that every sporting fan looks forward to, and there are a lot of exciting matches for today. So, I just want to talk about the 20 plus odds we gave out yesterday. So, by the time the matches finished, it was already 2 a.m. my side, and I was already asleep. So, imagine waking up and seeing that only two teams out of the, I think, 8 matches we provided messed us up. And I hardly play straight wins whenever I play 20 plus odds. So I just decided, you know what, let me put in some straight wins. So Ipswich failed to win at home, and MK Dons also failed to win at home. And every other straight win and over 2.5 we played entered. I was so mad disappointed because I hardly play straight wins. I just decided, you know what, since we didn't have enough games, like quality matches, let me just throw in some straight wins. And I decided to. And look at, that was what messed us up. I was so mad angry when I woke up this morning and saw it. But don't worry, guys. It's my fault. I take the responsibility for it. We didn't have enough games on Friday. That was why I threw in those selective straight wins. Had it been a day like Saturday, definitely those straight wins that cut that game wouldn't have been there. But I'm promising you, we'll get these guys. Okay, so I just want to drop these 4 plus odds real quick, and then I'll throw in another 20 plus odds after this video. So don't worry, we'll get these guys. Okay, we'll get it. We've done it before. We've won 26 plus odds on this channel. On my second channel 3 days ago, we won 20 plus odds. We'll do it again this weekend. Okay, so I've taken time to prepare 4 plus odds split into 2 tickets, and most of those games were blocked on 1xbet, so I couldn't generate the code for 1xbet, but Sportybet is fine. And I mean, we should win these games. We should win these games. So let me quickly take you guys through the matches so we can prepare for the 20 plus odds that will drop shortly. The first game is from the Scotland Championship. It's Wraith versus Arbroath. So you look at Wraith at home, 5 matches, 3 wins, 2 draws, right? They've never lost at home, even when they concede first. I remember this particular team, we played them some time ago. They conceded, I think, 2 or 3 goals, but then they came back and won. Those are the teams that I like to play, teams with a winning spirit and attitude. Then you have this Arbroath team, 5 matches played, 4 losses and just 1 win. And of course, their head-to-head shows that this home team has never, okay, they've lost just once to the away team, and that was in 2022. But ever since, they have never lost to the away team. And then you check their standings to fully understand what this game would mean for Wraith. So when you check their standings, one thing you will see for sure is that Wraith is in a good position, and they need to keep adding points to consolidate on their current standing. They are position 1, but they are not safe. They need to add more points to keep moving forward. So draw no bet for Wraith is priced at 1.12. The next fixture we have is from the England Premier League. It's Aston Villa versus Burnley. Aston Villa has had a very good form at home. 4 wins and 1 draw. Right? And that draw came against a Sheffield United team that nearly won them. But they were able to stick it out and then pick an equalizer. That's why I like playing Aston Villa at home. They are very formidable at home. And they lost their last game to Manchester United, drew their other game to Sheffield. They will need to pick maximum points. And then you have this Burnley team that has been in all sorts of form, picked a shambolic victory over Fulham last time out, and it's not going to happen again. So I'm double chancing Aston Villa to win or draw in 90 minutes at odds of 1.12. The next fixture is from the South Africa Premier League. Mamelodi Sundowns versus Polokwane. Polokwane here. Mamelodi Sundowns, my favorite team. Now, you look at Mamelodi Sundowns at home. 5 matches played, 4 wins, and just 1 draw. They've been very, very excellent. And their only draw came against a pyramid side in the Champions League that is equally very good. Now, against a Polokwane team that has won just twice away from home, drawn twice, and lost once, this is a game that we can expect Mamelodi Sundowns to win in 90 minutes. And their last two meetings, recent meetings, have resulted in Mamelodi Sundowns winning this game in 90 minutes. And Mamelodi Sundowns has been very, very excellent for us. They always win, especially when they play at home. Even when they play away, they try to pick maximum points or to not lose. And I mean, we can also check their standings to fully understand where this Mamelodi Sundowns team is relative to other teams. So when you check their standings, you'll see that Mamelodi Sundowns is position 1. Okay, and they want to keep increasing their lead to ensure that Super Sports, Orlando Pirates, and the rest don't catch up with them. So a straight win for Mamelodi Sundowns at home is priced at 1.27. And the final game for this collection is from the Portugal League. It's Casapia versus Braga. So you look at Casapia at home, very shocking form, 2 losses, 2 wins, and 1 draw. Then look at Braga away from home, and they've been very, very excellent. They haven't lost domestically. Their only loss came in the Champions League against Napoli. So against this Casapia team that is in such shocking form, only 2 wins in 2 games at home, we can only be sure of one thing, that Braga should win this game in 90 minutes. So what we are doing is we are giving Braga a draw no bet at odds of 1.25. And of course, we have the Sportybet booking code here for your benefits. For those who want to bet on it, if you want to edit, feel free to. And yeah. So the next round of matches is from the Italy Serie A. It's Juventus versus AS Roma. So you look at Juventus at home, 4 wins and 1 draw. And their only draw came against Inter Milan, a team that is number 1 on the table. So they didn't even lose to Inter Milan. Now you have AS Roma away from home, 2 losses and just 1 win away from home, which came against Sassuolo. And of course, their head-to-head shows you that Juventus has only lost this fixture once, and that was in 2020. So they have either won or drawn this particular fixture. It's also important we check their standings to fully understand what this game would mean for Juventus. And when you check their standings, you see that Juventus is in a position where they need to keep adding more points. There cannot be any room for complacency here if they want to win the league title. So we are giving Juventus a win or draw in 90 minutes. So a win or draw for Juventus is priced at 1.25. The next fixture we have is from the Uganda Premier League. So shout out to my Ugandan friends. I have so many of them. Maroons versus GDAF. So Maroons at home, they've been excellent. 1 win and 3 draws. So they've only lost once at home. They even drew Vipers. Vipers is a very strong team in the Ugandan league. Even Villa, they drew Villa as well. And now we have this GDAF team that has been shambolic. 3 losses and just 2 wins away from home. And of course, their most recent head-to-head, they've made twice. The first meeting was a 1-0 victory, and the last meeting was a 0-0 draw. So this is a match that Maroons cannot possibly lose. It's important we check their standings. And when you check their standings, you see that this Maroons team needs to pick maximum points. Okay. So when you check their standings, you see Maroons is position 4. And they know if they need to win the league, they need to do better. They need to keep pushing harder and harder. So it's for this reason that we are double chancing Maroons at odds of 1.12. The next game we have is from the Nottingham, from the Premier League. It's Nottingham Forest, Manchester United. So you have this Nottingham Forest team that had recently changed its coach, and they are playing fantastic football. They went on and I think they beat Newcastle. I think that was their last victory at home. Then you have this Manchester United team that has lost twice away from home, but have recently started playing well. They have most of their injured players back. And then you check their head-to-head, and their head-to-head shows that Manchester United has never lost to Nottingham Forest. Head-to-head really matters. It really, really does. So it's a simple prediction. We are saying even if Manchester United decides to lose to Nottingham Forest, they're not going to lose by 2 goals. And given that they lost their last away match, they will be more cautious against the Nottingham Forest team. And the worst that can happen is Manchester United picking a draw in 90 minutes. So we are giving Manchester United a 2 goals handicap. And the odd for a 2 goals handicap for Manchester United is priced at 1.12. And the final fixture we have for this collection is Wolves Everton. So you look at Wolves at home, they've been in fantastic form. 3 wins, 2 draws. They haven't lost a single game at home. They've even beaten Chelsea, they've drawn Newcastle, they've drawn Nottingham Forest. They've beaten even Tottenham at home. So that's just to show you how strong they tend to play when they're at home. Then you have this Everton team too that has started picking up form, winning 4 times away from home, and recently losing to Everton, losing to Tottenham. And then their head-to-head clearly shows that Wolves has had the upper hand over Everton 4 out of 5 times. So they've only lost once to this Everton side. So the prediction is simple. Okay. We are saying even if Wolves decide to lose to Everton, which is unlikely because Wolves, where they are on the table, they cannot afford to lose any more points. Where they are on the table, they can't afford to lose any points. So we are saying even if they decide to lose to Everton, but first let's check their standings to fully understand where Wolves is. So you check their standings, they're in the second half of the table. They're closer to the relegation zone than to the teams at the top. So they cannot possibly lose to this Everton team. So the worst that can happen is Wolves drawing or losing maybe by a single goal deficit. So it's for this reason that we are giving Wolves a 2 goals handicap. And the odd for it is 1.50. So we have your booking code here for Sportybet. And if you want to edit, feel free to do whatever you want to do with it. And let's get back to the 20 plus odds. Let me drop that shortly so we can have a look at it. Thank you guys.